Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. 2 people shot and killed on St. Thomas. A man is shot on St. Croix, and we've got an exclusive on a burglary in progress. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, 2 people were killed last night near hospital grounds on St. Thomas, and investigators are leaning towards a murder-suicide. News Channel 8's Lee Carl files this report from St. Thomas.
I'm at the top of the steps of Prinzengata, better known as the steps that lead up to Blackbeard's Hill. And if you come to the top of it and turn to the right, it becomes hospital grounds. So in this general area, either on the steps or in this general area, a murder-suicide took place. About 9:30 last night, I heard the shots ring out, about 6 of them. I heard the ambulance, and according to the police now, it appears that 2 persons had an argument, may have thrown one out, and the other left the building after the argument. The shots rang out. Onlookers gathered at the corner of Hospital Gata and Prinzengata described hearing a number of shots. That is in the general area here, and the steps lead down to Old Jarvis School. Here is Police Chief Rodney Carrard, as I spoke to him on the telephone, giving me the official police report.
At approximately 9:32 last evening, police were notified of shots fired in the area of Princess Gata, which is adjacent there to Jarvis School. Police responded, and upon arrival, learned that there was 2 victims in a residence, male and female, that appeared to have been shot at least once. Again, just by preliminary investigation right now, it appears that it was a homicide, suicide. One shot the other and then themselves. Again, the investigation is an ongoing investigation. Both individuals, from what we gathered so far, knew each other. Again, you know, we're waiting for the medical examiner's report and, of course, further investigation by talking to neighbors and family to determine exactly what was going on and what occurred at that residence. But that is what we have right now. Is the 2 individuals, both Hispanic individuals. One, I think it was, we identified the one as being in the 30s and the other individual in the 40s. The male was in his 40s. And again, we responded to the scene, and we found, when we got there, that both individuals appeared not to have any signs of life.
Chief, do I understand they did recover the gun?
Yes, a .38 caliber revolver was recovered on the scene.
The investigation underway. They're also looking into a garbage bin that was up here on the top of the steps with women's clothing and shoes as a possibility of that one person threw another person out, or that there was a domestic argument and gunshots rang out. One person fired on a person, killed that person, and then turned the gun on themselves and killed them. A murder-suicide investigation underway. 911 is the numbers, 1-800-22-TIPS. In St. Thomas, Lee Carl for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Lee Carl. And there was a shooting in Montbijou section of St. Croix just last night. The incident happened around 9:30 or so, and a man claims he was walking down the street when he was apparently shot in the leg, treated at Juan Louis Hospital. Details are still sketchy, but if you know anything about this incident, you should call 911 or call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. And unfortunately, crime continues to plague our territory as 2 suspects are in custody, thanks to an alert caretaker. News Channel 8's Wes Small has this exclusive story you'll only see on News Channel 8.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. This is another News Channel 8 exclusive. Ray Lambert is the caretaker for Brow. And we're here at Hogansburg, and he is a caretaker. He keeps no set schedule. Thank God he just happened to come to the factory. You know, it's like abandoned now, right? Yeah. But they still have a lot of things here. And remember how that copper bell was taken from the museum, that copper still. Copper is still very expensive, and this man caught 2 suspects right here. He's going to tell you all about it. And Thank God they were apprehended. Ray, what is going on?
First thing, nobody knows my schedule, so I don't have to check the plan, my convenience.
Yeah.
All right, so I came, I opened up the front door, and I heard all the noise coming from the back of the building. So I just back out.
And this was a little while ago.
Yeah, a little while ago. Went to the car wash, called the police. They came, I came down and meet them. They came with the canines and everything. Came back to the back of the building. Then I see them come back with 2 suspects. The officer told me he caught them in the act on top of the building, tearing on all of this stuff.
Look at this, folks.
All of this stuff.
Like, forensics has to come here, I guess, and take prints, so we're not touching anything. This is just minutes after the scene. News Channel 8 is here. Look at that. As the cameraman pans down, Mr. Lambert is now going to show you where they apprehended those 2 suspects, a tall Hispanic and another shorter black male, right?
Yes, sir.
So show everyone where they were.
It was right on top of this rail here, pulling down these cables to pull out the copper wires out of them.
Oh, I see. Watch here. Look here, folks. The wires, this is what they were going after.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Well, they had to know what was going on.
I don't know. Well,
that's up to the investigators.
Yeah, they know my schedule, so.
Well, of course, you're not happy about this, and I'm sure the Brow family is on their way right now as we speak. Yeah. But the good news is that you were doing your job and you were diligent and you did all the right things. You didn't try to apprehend them yourself. You went to the nearest phone and you called the safe area. Then the VIPD moved minutes later expeditiously with the canine dogs, yes, and you got 2 suspects and nobody got hurt.
That's right.
You feel good, don't you?
That's real good, yeah.
All right.
Still got the damage. I still have to speak to the owners. Still have the damage
done.
Yeah.
It is a sad story, but it has a good ending, and we have 2 suspects in custody. Again, this is another News Channel 8 exclusive. You will not see this on any other station. Here we are, and back of Brow. Good job, hero.
Thank you.
Good guys won, bad guys go down. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.